We've only just had the last Star Citizen monthly report, and hot off the heels of the roadmap update, we have another monthly report for you now. It's February 2022, and Cloud Imperium have detailed some of the work they've been progressing on over the last few weeks, and what they're working on now, as well as this quarter. This is a summary of the monthly report, focusing on a lot of ship updates and feature plans. They progressed with the MISC Hull A, finalising the cockpit and dashboard layout, exterior lighting, and all component bays. A visit area pass was also completed for ship 2. The RSI Scorpius progressed through January, with most of the exterior now final art complete. Significant effort went into the component bays and other hatches needed across the hull. The interior and wings are progressing well and are approaching final art too. The Banu Merchantman is approaching white box complete. This is awesome because white box complete is a big stage before it goes into grey box. The team had to do more in white box because of the ship's sheer size and complexity. I'm looking forward to more updates on this ship throughout the year. Great progress was made on an unannounced vehicle apparently, while another one has also begun its white box phase. The US-based team for ships and vehicles moved the Drake Vulture through final art, lighting both the interior and exterior and finishing the wear and damage passes. They're currently closing out the levels of detail and cleaning up loose items in preparation for release. The consolidated Outland Hoverquad received a final polish pass and received a few minor additions to the dashboard and thrusters, as well as a full VFX pass. They also took the opportunity at the same time to work on improvements for all hover vehicles and their wake effects. As this required code changes for both the vehicle programming and VFX teams, it will be rolled out in a future release. They also continue to work on effects for the salvage tool, moving into the production phase. Final art for the Drake Corsair's cockpit and mess hall progressed. They currently are working through solutions for adding the chow line features and other ship items to the limited space of the mess hall. They also polished the walls, framework and canopy frame of the cockpit. Tasks were completed for the upcoming radar and scanning improvements, which will make it easier and more fun to locate and find various entities across space, including receiving better feedback results for the scanner operator. Major work on future doors and connected components progressed, which will create a unified system of items that are more easily implemented by designers and artists in the future. The vehicle art team said, "This is particularly important as some of our vehicles were created using some legacy systems that don't always work well with the concept of the room system or portals. As our ships are essentially flying superstructures of connected rooms and spaces, the need to optimize the system has become quite evident. No one wants a door control panel to become inoperable or get stuck in an entrance elevator." The vehicle features team also finalized the GravLev update, but there's also been work on jump points, restricted areas, and a transit system refactor. They've been working on resource networks, exploring how to integrate the system into vehicles to improve how power, heat, fuel, and other resources work. For refueling gameplay, polishing was done on the MISC Starfarer's screens. Refueling looks to be making pretty good progress. Work on the new star map continued, with progress made on concepts, prototypes, and core technology. The UI team continued building core systems for new AR markers while working on icons for various marker types and states. Like many other teams, they continue to update features to support persistent streaming and worked closely with the persistent tech team to ensure they were on schedule. Additional concepts for the new Mobiglass and Origin UI styles were created and iterated on. Additional work for loot generation began that will allow NPCs to carry procedure-generated items in their pockets. This also included adding the ability for the mission feature team to control the items in NPC inventories. Development of the engineering gameplay loop and life support kicked off too. That is a very exciting thing to kick off because that's damage control as well. That's repairing components, that's sort of sub-components. That's a load of stuff that makes multi-crew really quite fun. They also worked on item selling and reputation gameplay improvements, along with background tasks for the Q2 cargo refactor. Systemic tools and services started work on various internal tools, including a visualizer for certain parts of the simulation. UI Tech continued on developing the building blocks system, which will be used in things like the hacking feature. They've been trying to improve some of the IK stuff in verse kinematics. They're looking to improve performance in the game and for these animations and sort of joints and skeletons on characters, but also have a way of being able to iterate more rapidly on solutions for any given sort of animation, how that sort of merges into terrain, how they walk up things, move around the sort of verse. They're also improving the way that you grab things from your suit, put it back on, and sort of interact with your own character. They also want to make sure that things like responsiveness and reacting to something appropriately and quickly isn't lost there too. The VFX team focused on a damage map rework, code interface support for the weapons team, and made a start on the new CPU damage map. They also continued with the fire hazard feature, investigating issues with the fire igniter not working and fixing issues with resetting fire. I'm really looking forward to fire on ships as part of damage control. We know that the Montreal-based locations team started 2022, polishing and debugging derelict crash sites. They had this to say: "We want to thank the community for the comments and feedback given through the Issue Council, Spectrum, Reddit, and Twitch, etc. during the PTU. This allowed us to tweak the various crash sites in various ways, making the loot boxes more visible, doing a lighting pass so navigation is easier at night, revisiting the loot box content. Ammo should now be the same as the gun offered in the loot box, and there should be more scopes and muzzles spawning. Fixing some layout issues where some of you would get stuck, and generally adding more laser mines to various sites." So it's good that they took feedback, and hopefully 3.16.1 has seen improvements to those derricks because of that, and people are enjoying them, hopefully. They also wrapped up their work on the upcoming hospital locations. This involved putting the finishing touches to the Maria Pure of Heart Hospital in Lawville, adding variations to space clinics, and finishing the Levski clinic so it's ready to ship once the location's available. It's interesting, though, that Levski clinic is in the Nix system, which we're expecting to get Pyro, and then potentially Nix relatively soon afterwards. Part of the team has since moved on to pre-production and proof of concept for Derelict's version 2. The procedural creation tools have progressed as well. The lighting team began the year making headway into performance optimizations for all planned landing zones. This time they focused on the main domes of New Babbage, simplifying light setups where possible. Let's have a quick look at engine and graphics space stuff. They've made various tweaks and improvements to physics and implemented some anti-flip measures to help prevent some vehicles turtling, I think was the idea there. Further progress was made on the transition to the Gen 12 renderer and Vulcan support. Atmospheric and space-based clouds are seeing improvements, and they're making improvements to screen space reflections, lighting shaders for water, so volumetric lighting shader stuff, and they continue to iterate on new wear shaders. Some of the graphics and engine stuff is hard to quantify until it's in our hands. I suppose that's true of a lot of the stuff on the monthly report. But boom, that's it for your monthly report this February. What do you think? Are Cloud Imperium making good progress? What do you think those 2 unannounced vehicles or ships are? Will deeper selling and refueling make it into Alpha 3.17? What about salvage and the cargo refactor for 3.18? I actually think those 2 features are probably pretty important for this year, so they're very high priority. The only thing I think is more important is trying to get server meshing and pyro in. Whatever your thoughts, though, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below.
Mummy, my friend told me at school today that Star Citizen was a scam. Oh, Tim, is that why you got into a fight? Yes, Mummy. The only scam is people stealing all your internet infos and blocking your ability to watch things on Netflix and such with regional-based access. That's why we use our words, Tim. You should have told those bullies to get NordVPN, and also that Star Citizen is the best damn space sim ever.
Yes, these 2 people are right. Get NordVPN, and also Star Citizen's great. Also, Timmy was a 35-year-old teacher at the school. And it wasn't even a school, it was a pub, and he was a barman. Every month we have a ship giveaway, and for February 2022, it's for an Aegis Sabre, the high-tech medium fighter with loads of firepower, but it comes in an auspicious red paint scheme as part of the Red Festival, as well as lifetime insurance and a Star Citizen game package. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning is comment on any of my videos made during the month. You can further support the channel by clicking the join button underneath any of my videos. You can also donate or become a Patreon. Your feedback, though, from comments really helps the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, if you're looking for a diegetic little control-y boy that makes your Star Citizen experience and potentially some other games pretty good fun on your touchscreen devices, then check out Game Glass. You've got that, you've got NordVPN links, you've got loads of other stuff, all in the links below. Click them all! Click them all! Maybe not all of them, that would be madness.